Fortnite is a game that, against all odds, is somehow still alive. It's insane how a single game mode that only took 2 months to make, yes, you heard me right, turned a relatively small tower defense game into a universe of different games and experiences. But is this a good thing? If you clicked on this video, you know what Fortnite is. I'm not going to do the whole video essay thing where I lead you in with a crazy question and then spend 2.5 hours explaining every episode of Bob's Burgers, so I'll just summarise it. Epic Games made a Battle Royale mode for their zombie survival game Fortnite in 2017, inspired by the success of PUBG, a bad video game. It became the most popular game in the world due to its easy to learn gunplay mechanics, high skill ceiling due to building, and it being free to play. It then became renowned for its vast amount of collaborations with different forms of media, built an in-game storyline via live events, ranging from a rocket launch to convincing millions of people to stare at a blue circle for 36 hours, and was constantly updated with new content for Battle Royale, and a couple of crumbs for Save the World. But that's enough about the stuff you already know. The focus of this video all starts with the introduction of a specific game mode: Creative Mode. On December 6th, 2018, Season 7 of Fortnite launched, which brought with it a brand new way to play Fortnite called Creative. It was very similar in concept to a mode from an indie sandbox game called Minecraft, where you could create your own world with infinite resources. Fortnite previously had a mode similar to this called Playground, where you would drop into the Battle Royale map alone. However, this mode was different, as not only were there tons of devices, prefabs, and an infinite amount of items, but you could save your own island and even publish it for other people to play. Originally, you could only publish maps if you had a creator code, but eventually they made it so pretty much everyone could publish maps. And people loved it. In its early days, there weren't nearly as many tools as people have now, so most of the maps people made were very basic. It was mostly just stuff like races, death matches, and I specifically remember playing this one Dust 2 remake for some reason. However, at the time, people very clearly viewed creative mode as something to do when you were bored of Battle Royale rather than its own thing, and it stayed like that for a while. But then came... Epic Games were confident in creative mode becoming huge, and potentially being even bigger than Battle Royale. And while they continued to update the original version of creative to allow people to make better games, everything was building up to the release that would change Fortnite forever: UEFN. The Unreal Editor for Fortnite, or UEFN, was a version of the Unreal Engine specifically made for Fortnite, and was significantly more powerful than Creative. During its initial announcement, Epic showed off how you could use these tools to create custom events, lighting, animations, models, and, most importantly, sound effects. And it all looked incredible. Everyone was really excited. Creators now had tools that were on the same level as official Fortnite developers, and people could not wait to see the unbelievable games that would come out of this. Never mind, this is awful. Now, I'm not entirely blaming Epic Games for this, but somehow it seems that the launch of Creative 2.0 convinced the player base to start drinking lead. Fortnite became overrun with garbage clickbait maps that were impossible to avoid. They completely changed the game mode selection screen to make it so creative maps were now shown front and center along with the modes made by Epic. So now every single time you wanted to switch mode, you were presented with seeing stuff like Obama Box Fight, Skibbity Toilet Tycoon 3, Baby Run, Grinch Escape, Giggity Zone Wars. Alright, this one's fake. It's pretty clear that as soon as everyone was allowed to upload maps, Epic kinda just stopped caring about quality control. Like, when I see Young Sheldon Zone Wars, I'm expecting to be able to battle inside the Sheldon family household, seeing some classic Young Sheldon references, and perhaps an appearance from George Cooper Sr. And instead, I'm greeted with the Tilted Towers preset island and some JPEGs of AI-generated Sheldon. Now, obviously not every single creative map is pure slop. There are some really amazing maps out there, and I'm not going to act like they don't exist, but the fact that Epic decided to dedicate 40% of their net earnings on paying Fortnite map makers, which led to 800 employees getting laid off, only for most of the maps to be absolutely awful, makes me significantly less confident in the future of this game. The stuff that's making the most money is the clickbait slop, not the actually good stuff. And trust me, they're making a lot of money. You want to know how I know? Because I made a Fortnite map. 3 years ago, I uploaded a random map that I made in about an hour called The Mighty Box, and for some reason that I still do not understand, a bunch of people started actually playing it, and I'm not actually allowed to say how much money I did make off it, but... And that was before UEFN came out, so I can't even imagine how much people are making off maps that took little to no effort. And the worst part is, Tim Sweeney, the CEO of Epic Games, seems set on this game becoming basically Roblox and turning Fortnite into a metaverse. And I'm just so tired of hearing that word, like it's just not gonna be a thing. So unfortunately, creative mode has been turned into brain rot, but eventually, they did do something right. Something that is turning Fortnite into more than just a Battle Royale game, what they wanted to do from the start, and is already making Fortnite more successful than it's been in years. No, it's not the Peter Griffin skin. After the massive success of Fortnite OG, where they brought back the old map and everyone and their grandma started playing again, all eyes were on Fortnite, and there was no way Epic weren't going to take advantage of that opportunity. So during an in-game event called the Big Bang Theory, they unveiled 3 brand new official games inside Fortnite. And in my opinion, this is probably the best thing Fortnite has ever done. Rather than relying on the player base to make new experiences, Epic were now getting actual developers to work on games that were actually good? Huh? The 3 new games are all developed by different people, including Epic Games themselves, Psyonix, the creators of Rocket League, and Harmonix, the creators of Guitar Hero and Rock Band. Starting with the first new game is the most popular one, Fortnite. Lego Fortnite. Lego Fortnite is a sandbox survival game set in the world of Lego, but I mean, you probably could have assumed that. When you select the mode, your Fortnite character becomes Lego-ified, and you're given the option to create a world. You can either choose survival mode, which is like Minecraft survival, or sandbox, which is like Minecraft creative. The world is procedurally generated, like Minecraft. You can find caves to go mining in, like Minecraft, and there are loads of different animals to find, and enemies that come out at night, like Minecraft. Okay, maybe it's just Minecraft. It's pretty much just a very basic survival game, which isn't a bad thing, but it's just very clearly aimed towards the younger audience. But I still think this mode is really impressive from a technical standpoint. The fact that almost every Fortnite skin has a Lego variant is insane. I cannot imagine how long that took. The graphics are somehow even better than in Battle Royale, which, I mean, how does that even make sense? And the pure scale of this mode is unbelievable. It's bigger than Battle Royale, easily. I think the only reason I'm not too interested in this game mode is because I personally don't like survival games. And I know that's like a controversial opinion, the Reddit users will be mad. But in my defense, they always make me fall asleep. The second game mode is called Rocket Racing, and you guessed it, it's a racing mode. You and 11 other players go up against each other in a race to complete 3 laps. You can either choose a specific map to go into, either publicly or privately, or you can play the main ranked mode, which puts you into a randomly selected map in a pool based on what rank you are. This game is developed by the same people that made Rocket League, a game where you play football in cars. And you can see a lot of similarities between that game and Rocket Racing. Stuff like being able to jump, fly, and boost is present in both games, but do function differently to make it more balanced. This mode is probably the most basic of the 3, but it's a great alternative to Battle Royale. I've gotten pretty good. I've gotten pretty good at it, oh come on. I've gotten pretty good at it, and yet I still find myself struggling on certain maps, which I think is a good thing. Most of the maps are pretty simple, especially the easier ones, but there is a good amount of variety. And there are also a couple of shortcuts you can find. For example, on Pleasant Pit Stop, there is an absolutely insane one where you can basically skip the entire second half of the track. But nobody do this one. It's specifically for me. And finally, the last game mode, which also happens to be my favourite, is called Fortnite Festival. This game is developed by Harmonix, the team behind Rock Band, and alright, you know how I said that Rocket Racing was similar to Rocket League due to similar mechanics? Yeah? Well, this mode is similar to Rock Band in the sense that it's Rock Band. Fortnite Festival is a rhythm game where you and up to 3 other friends can load in and choose from a variety of different songs to play. Most of the songs are licensed, so I can't play any of them in this video or I'll get shot, but I mean, let's be honest, alright, who's playing any of the songs made by Epic Games? Never mind, this is the greatest song ever made. Not only is this mode super fun to play, it can also be really difficult. You can choose your own difficulty to play, however, each song also has their own separate difficulty rating. For example, here's I by Kendrick on Expert, and here's Poison on Expert. There's also an in-game leaderboard, which is really fun to try and get up on. Believe it or not, you're looking at number 929th on Take My Breath Bass. I know, subscribe. And I just love how ridiculous all this is. Fortnite is at its best when it's doing something insane. From Peter Griffin singing Lady Gaga to carpet bombing a village as Lego Green Goblin, this game never holds back on what it's willing to do next. And honestly, I think that's one of the reasons why I think Fortnite is genuinely one of the greatest games ever made. And some people might think that's a crazy statement, and Fortnite is literally a baby game for little babies. And yeah, you're not entirely wrong, but I feel like a lot of people would agree with me. I said this on Twitter, the website that gets worse every single day, and nearly 6 million people agreed with me. Fortnite is a great game when it's being led by the developers and not the children playing it. If Fortnite continues to do more stuff like this and less of this, I don't think it's ever gonna die. Unlike what people have been saying every year for the last 4 years. Like, who remembers when people thought Apex Legends was gonna kill Fortnite? No. Hey guys, I now have a hat and a cold. If you enjoyed, please like the video and subscribe. And also, I'm officially starting my second channel. I've had one for a little bit and I've just been uploading short clips of my main videos, but like, that's pretty much as lazy as you can get. So starting from now, I'm going to be uploading gameplay videos on there. It'll be videos with a similar style to my Tears of the Kingdom video. So comment below what you want me to play, and who knows, maybe I'll play your suggestion. Statistically, I won't.